Some people live and die, and the world moves on. But some people live in a way that history can never forget. His name is Fela Anikulapo Kuti, a man the system tried to silence and fail. This is not just a story, this is the story of a force.
This is not a man.
Welcome to Ifa
This
Ancestral
is a
Folktales.
force.
This is Fela Anikulapo Kuti, the Orisha of our time.
Fela Aníkúlápó Kútì, the Orisha of our time. Some people live ordinary lives. Some people live loud lives. And some people live lives so powerful that they become a spirit, a movement, a warning, and a memory. His name is Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Anikulapo means he who carries death in his pouch, not because he kills, but because death could not silence him. This is not just the story of a musician. This is the story of a legend, a truth speaker, a cultural warrior, and to many Africans, the Orisha of our time. Fela was born on October 15, 1938, in Abeokuta, Nigeria. He did not come from a weak home. His mother, Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, was one of the strongest women in African history. She fought colonial rule, she fought unjust kings, she fought for women's rights when women were not allowed to speak. His father, Israel Ransom Kuti, was a respected educator and clergyman. So from birth, Fela was surrounded by education, resistance, and courage. Rebellion was not something he learned later, it was in his blood. Fela traveled abroad to study music, first in London, later in the United States. That journey changed him forever. In America, he saw black people fighting racism, activists speaking truth to power, music being used as a weapon. When he returned to Nigeria, he was no longer just a musician, he was awake. He created Afrobeat, a sound that mixed traditional African rhythms, jazz, funk, heavy drums, long hypnotic instrumentals, sharp, fearless lyrics. Afrobeat was not made for dancing alone, it was made for thinking. Fela used his music to speak against corruption, military dictatorship, police brutality, colonial mentality, oppression of the poor. He did not whisper, he shouted. Songs like Zombie, Coffin for Head of State, Sorrow, Tears and Blood were not entertainment to the government, they were attacks. And the government responded with violence. Fela created Kalakuta Republic, a place that was a home, a studio, a community, a protest. He declared it independent from Nigeria. Kalakuta was not perfect, but it stood for freedom of expression, African identity, spiritual independence. To the military government, Kalakuta was dangerous. In 1978, soldiers attacked Kalakuta Republic. They beat Fela, they destroyed his home, they burned his life's work. And in the most painful moment of all, they injured his mother, Fumilayo, so badly that she later died. Fela carried her coffin to the military headquarters. He sang about it. He refused to be silent. He was known for being arrested over 200 times and standing trial 356 times due to his political activism against Nigerian military regimes. This is why people say he was not just human, because after that pain, he did not. Fela lived exactly how he wanted. He rejected Western religion, Western shame, Western approval. He embraced African spirituality, traditional beliefs, radical freedom. He married 27 women in one day, not for show, but as a statement against hypocrisy. People judged him, people misunderstood him, but Fela never pretended to be a saint. Like an Orisha, he was powerful, flawed, honest, and fearless. In 1984, the government jailed Fela. False charges, political punishment. He spent 20 months in prison. But even prison could not erase him. When he came out, he was still singing, still fighting, still speaking truth. Fela died on August 2, 1997, at age 58. His body rested, but his spirit did not. Today, his music still speaks. His children continue his legacy. Afrobeat has conquered the world. His words still describe African politics perfectly. Fela did not die. He transformed. Why I call him the Orisha of our time. An Orisha speaks truth, protects the people, challenges injustice, cannot be silenced. Fela did all these not in myth, but in real life. He stood alone against guns with music, against power with truth, against fear with courage. That is why history remembers him not just as a man, but as a force. Fela's story is a love story. Love for Africa, love for truth, love for freedom. Fela Anikulapo Kuti, the man who carried death and refused to bow to it.
Fela Anikulapo Kuti did not live to please power. He lived to speak truth. His body may have rested, but his voice never did. As long as injustice exists, Fela's music will keep speaking. This was not just a man, this was a force. Long live Fela, long live Abamieda, long live the Orisha of our time. Your legacy remains forever. If this story moves you, remember it and pass it on. Thank you. Remain blessed.